Hello and welcome back. I'm excited to have you here again in my PLC basic course. In the last video we learned about the AND logic connection. In ladder it looks like this. Input 1 and input 2 must be true for output 1 to be activated. In this video we will do the next step and learn about the OR logic connection. Here is what it looks like. Now either input 1 or input 2 must be true for output 1 to be activated. First I will give you a real-world example of an OR connection. Then we will create the program together using FBD, LAD and SCL. Let's dive in. Here you can see the tank from the previous video. When the machine is switched on, we can fill the tank using this push button. This is a classic example of an AND connection. Now let's expand our system together. On the other side of the tank, I've installed an additional control panel. Let's go check it out. On this side, there is just a push button for filling the tank. Now the tank can be filled if the machine is switched on and either this button or the other button is pressed. That's our goal. Let's start by looking at the PLC tags. I have already added an additional tag for input I0.2. This is the input where a new push button is wired to. From now on the tank should be filled by pressing either the left side or the right side button. Now let's move on to programming. Here's the AND logic we created in the previous video. Now we will extend it with an OR branch. You can do this using the commands from the favorites bar. Now the tank will be filled when the machine is switched on and at least one of the two buttons is pressed. This is a great example of combining AND and OR logic. Let's test if everything works correctly. Perfect, just as expected. Now let's see how this program looks in FBD. The conversion from LAD to FBD happens automatically. That's why it doesn't make a big difference which one of the two languages you use. This is what the OR connection looks like in FBD. You will find the command in the favorites bar and in the instructions list. Just drag and drop it into the workspace. If you want to control multiple outputs in a single network, you can also insert a branch in FBD. But let's stay focused on our main topic, the OR logic, which we will now see in action. Great, that worked well. Now let's move on to the last programming language, SCL. For this, I will add a new SCL network in OB1. Thank you so much for learning PLC programming with me. If you want to take your skills to the next level, visit my website. Join my full online course and start your journey as a PLC programmer. I would love to have you on board. Our valve should be activated when the machine is switched on and one of the two buttons is pressed. Let's check our result. Before we do that, I will quickly delete the FBD network. If you use the same output twice in a program, this might lead to some problems. I hope you noticed that our program does not work like it should. Haha, I have intentionally included a common mistake. The problem is that we can fill the tank using the left button even when the machine is not switched on. Now I will show you what's the problem. In SCL, AND takes priority over OR. This means that SCL evaluates the AND logic first and then applies the OR condition. If we translate this SCL program into LID or FBD, it would look like this. But that's not what we want. One of the best ways to change priority in SCL is by using parentheses. Expressions inside parentheses are evaluated first. This changes the program's logic. Now let's test the program again. That looks much better. By using parentheses, we have changed the order of operations. So remember this rule in SCL. Parentheses take priority over and takes priority over or. Alright everyone, we have now learned how to create the OR logic connection in LID, FBD and SCL. In the next chapter we will reinforce this knowledge with a practical exercise. I'm looking forward to it. See you soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you're excited to dive deeper into PLC programming, visit my website at plccoach.com. See you in the next video.